How's everybody doing? We are back. We had a technical difficulty right there. As soon as you guys start getting close, as soon as you start getting close to the wall, it intends to give you a few problems with the signal. Now, just to resume everything that we just did right now, what we were doing. I was driving the opposite to go and see this motel. This motel, that is where the INAMI and the National Guard went last time. So I wanted to show you the outside of the motel and possibly see if we could get in there. So this motel that is in the downtown of the city, this one, last time that the INAMI and the National Guard did a random inspection, they found 10 or 12, 10 irregular migrants, 10 undocumented migrants. Out of the 10 undocumented migrants, 3 of them were minors. So let's go and show you this particular motel as we are driving right now to over there, and we do a little capsule of what just happened and what I just did in this part of the city in Playas. Now we were driving the opposite side, and we returned back to the west side of the city. The reason why is one of a good friend of mine works at a good restaurant right here at this part of the west side of the coast, close to the pier, and he told me, hey, Blue, apparently a good chunk of people, man, like 10-15 people, they just jump in a ladder to the other side. And I'm like, what the? It's beginning to get a thing now to build the ladder and to cross just randomly to the United States. It's just a normal, typical thing to just build the ladder, hook it on top, and then hook it on the other one, and then cross illegally and then just run. So it's becoming to be a custom, and it is becoming to be just something regular, as everybody can do it. So we came over here to see if we got some action. National news and mainstream media was there. It's TV Azteca that it was there. Probably they were there to record that kind of a thing that it was happening. And as we got there a little bit late, but we didn't see no action, although we saw the aftermath. And what is the aftermath? Border Patrol coming back and forth, helicopters on top. Now they put more units on that particular point. And all those kind of things tend to happen when they get when they try to penetrate the border. Now they were captured, I believe, yes, all of them, they were captured as they were jumping to the other side. And also on the meantime that I was there I took the time to tell you guys how the wall is being now vandalized, as you can say. It is vandalized by activism. They're painting, they're free, no walls, migration is for everybody, everybody can migrate, and all those kind of things. So I took you a little bit of the glimpse of that. And also, we show you how the wall that is near to the beach, that we already know that it has barbed wire on the top, but we show you that it has residue now. It has shoes, it has clothing. The activism, still they're putting pieces of silk with messages on the wall. That makes them instigate. You motivate migrants. That's what you do. When you do that kind of thing, you motivate them. That is a comfortable thing to do. That is a comfortable thing to migrate, to jump, to try to penetrate to the border, to be an irregular and the other side of the border. It doesn't matter if you jump. It doesn't matter if you cross illegally to the United States. So we show you that. And the particular part of the beach, somebody's asking, is that the new wall? No, that is the old one. And it has to be changed. Now, other thing that we show you right now that is really important is how I made a close-up on, and I don't know if that particular part is where the feed got dropped, but I made a close-up where the peak that I go all the time, that is connecting, the new wall that is connecting to the west side of the part of the beach, how it's amazingly being built and how it's connecting to that part. where these people put the ladder all the way down to the part of the mountain. So, you know, it is really amazing how they know that that particular part in that area is being penetrated nonstop, and they are, you know, continuously going in, going out, going in, going out. So it is just, you know, amazing how the wall is the big wall, the second wall, the one that is the 25 to 30 feet. You know, how is amazingly getting built on the peak that where I was at, and it goes all the way down. And the second part of the wall, how is now going to connect all the way to the beach. Now, this is what I heard, and you know, one of the freelancers that works in San Diego, that her name is Melinda Henry Oporto, this is what she told me. This is information from her. Apparently, that particular part of the wall, when it's getting close to the beach, they cannot put razor wire on certain parts because of the animal atmosphere, or the animal wildlife. So apparently she told me that, and I will say that is pretty 100% accurate, because there's, you know, there's all kinds of animals on that particular part. But, you know, apparently, you know, this environmentalists, or whatever you want to call it, animal lifesavers or whatever, they don't want the wall to be built on that particular part. So that is the thing. That is the thing, and it is pretty, you know, amazing how there are, you know, these organizations have that amount of power to say, no, that is wildlife area. You don't need to put, you know, barbed wire on the top, because the animals probably, they jump and they hurt themselves. So, you know, that is the, you know, seagulls, yes, seagulls, and all that kind of thing. So the second wall, I don't know to what particular point is going to be connected, and to what point is going to stop. That is another thing that it was, you know, it was good to know. I want to say thanks to Melinda for that information. Thank you. But also, you know, we show you all those points right now as we were driving it. I wanted to show you the outside of this motel, where they found a couple, you know, last week they found 10 migrants, 10 irregular, undocumented migrants living at that motel. So that motel right now, it tells you that they had really a lot of activity, What it means, that activity, this is what is happening, and you guys already know this. You know, a lot of activists, you know, live out over here in Tijuana, and they rent, you know, private rooms over here, and also they rent those rooms. But the difficult thing is that you find minors. That is the thing, that you find minors. When you find minors at those motels and at those rooms that these people are renting, that it becomes to be a problem. It really becomes to be a problem. So, you know, that is the thing. No shelter interviews. You know, I wanted to go to a particular one, and I'm having kind of trouble to get in there. What is her name? Kathy Smith Ratcliffe. It is kind of difficult to get in there, so I'm willing to talk to the person in charge to go in those kind of shelters. If I go to another one that I already went to, it's kind of like the same information. So I'm waiting on, you know, on the next wave of migrants, if they come, so I can go and give you guys the news regarding, you know, going to the shelter. So probably tomorrow I will get permission to go into a shelter. It's not exactly like it used to be, people. In certain shelters, it's not the same. You need a permission now, and you need a permit if you're a registered broadcaster, and if you are a registered press. You need permission, and also you need to, you know, advise what you're going to do, and they are more strict now. They're more strict now. It's not like the old days that I used to get in there and just, you know, do whatever I want. So if you guys want to ride with me, let's go and check out this motel from the outside, and also let's see if we can get to another shelter and go in there and do a little interviews if we can get in there. You know, I left a message. I will just drive over there and see how's the situation over there. But how's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. and for America's Voice. Good evening to everyone. As we are driving, I wanted to show you the outside of the motel where these 10 people, regular migrants and undocumented people, they found 10 people, and out of those 10 people, 3 of them were minors, and they were taking custody. Now the minors, where they, a lot of people are asking where the minors are put. Child Services comes and then they takes them, and then the migrants, if they the minors, if they want to go back home, they immediately start asking information about their background, where they live, where they coming from, family members, if you have a mom, you have a dad, and they also do an investigation report. So that is another thing. Blue, will you answer me a question? If it is, a good question, yes, absolutely. If it is a bad question, yes, absolutely. And if it is about, a question, good productive question, and also constructive criticism, I accept those questions. So go ahead. What is your name? Joyce Benoot Akuf. If you would like to, okay. Also, there's a comment right here that I don't understand that question. Really, I don't understand. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, Joyce, if you want to ask a question, go ahead. So we're driving right now, and I wanted to show you the outside of this motel. I done this before. You guys know that I have done this before, and I already asked it up further. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I'm driving, and I can't be. This is bad what I'm doing. I'm driving and when I'm with the phone, but I'm, having a conversation with you guys, but I can't be scrolling. So if you can ask again the question, I'm waiting for you to type it again and I can answer it. So this going to motels, I have done it before. You guys already know that I have gone through inside motels, and I have shown you how they live, how much they pay weekly, and how much they pay monthly. Now the amount is ridiculous. Some of them pay $400 a month, and a lot of them pay $350 a month, $450. That amount of money for a particular person that is a migrant, it's a lot for a person that is suffering. Now, okay, here is Joy's question. I heard that President Trump wants to paint the new wall black and put something sharp on the top. Have you heard this? No. About the painting of the wall, no. If he wants to paint it black, if he wants to paint it whatever color, that is his wall. He can paint it or whatever color he wants. Now, to put something sharp on the top, that would be awesome. Why? Because they're putting ladders. So that basically tells you that everybody can jump with the ladder. So he has to put more security on top of the wall. So what does this mean? It means that something sharp, something, razor wire is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. Razor wire, they cut the razor wire, they sell the razor wire, and it's not going to help. So razor wire is out of the question. You guys, start thinking more in the guidelines or something, something more sharp, that it will be really impossible for them to jump, or to make them impossible to jump. We saw another thing. We saw an issue, and I recorded this one. I don't know the amount of migrants, but there was the ambulance was right there, the fire department and the border patrol was right there, and as we saw, and I recorded how they were jumping and crossing with the ladder. Again, with the ladder. This was the first. It hasn't been the first time that I recorded people jumping with the ladders. It's been like 3 or 4 times. But this one on the side of the freeway, and the migrant, where I'm going with this, because you're saying what can we put on the top, is really difficult for them to go down. As soon as they get up there, a lot of them, they get scared to go down. So a lot of them, they get hurt because they jump all the way from 25 foot all the way down. So they sprain their ankles, they break their ankles, they break their kneecaps or something like that. And that is the thing that it really complicates, the height of the wall. Now, imagine if you put something on top of it, like, I don't know, stakes or I don't know, something that is sharp. It will make it basically impossible for them to hook something to the wall and then make them jump. So we're driving right now to this hotel, this motel slash motel hotel. I think that I'm not lost. No, I'm not. And this motel got searched around I don't know, probably 2 weeks ago. I'm going on 2 weeks, probably 10 days, more than that, by the National Guard in the Inami, and is right ahead right here. And the speculations were that there's a full operation of people right here, that they come back and forth. So I want to take my best off and go in there and try to ask if I can go in there. You know, try to ask if I can go in there and put the phone on my pocket and try to go in there. So this is, I'm gonna try to park right here where I can find parking space. I will try to show you from this side. I'll try to show you from this side so I can show you how big is the building and how, you know, it looks like the projects. But look, this is the hotel slash motel or whatever it is that got searched by the Inami and by the Border Patrol. So I will change the camera right now for you guys to see that building right there. That is the building that it got searched. And as you see, it's not a motel that you can say that is well, I don't know, equipped in terms of the curtains. You know, you see all types of, you know, curtain materials. Let me focus right there. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors. And it goes all the way, it got a terrace on the top, and it's really big. As you guys can see, it's really big. So that is one of the motels that it got searched. So let me see if I can find some parking spot so I can go in there and I can just ask, you know, if they can show me a room or something. So I can just ask, you know, I just want to go in there and ask, hey, you know, I want to rent a room. How much is it? You know, and I'm seeing a lot of activity right here. I'm seeing migrants outside of this motel. So yes, you know, practically yes, probably they are. We have activity right here. Let me start taking the vest off. Can you bear with me, people, for a second? And there's another one on the side that is rooms for rent. So this one, I bet that this one also is part of the whole thing. Let me change the camera right here for a little bit. This one right here, rooms for rent right here. Rooms for rent right there. So let us go and try to go in there, as I already have a red light right here. Okay, let's go. Now we'll try to find an entrance for the rooms to see how much they ask for and how much is the cost. Now, what is my whole purpose? My whole purpose is to go in there and show you the conditions that these people are living, first of all. Second of all, show you the reality about how much they're paying, and also ultimately show you the place. So let me get just ready. And we have done this before, people. We have done this before. We have done this before. We've done it in the past. So, you know, so let us just, I will put you guys on my pocket, and you guys, if you guys see how's the feed going, you guys tell me if the feed is okay, and if it looks okay, so we can continue to go undercover on this private motel. Can you guys see? Let me see if I can, it's too obvious to get this phone on the pocket. So let us just go and ask. Cuartos. Cuartos. Yeah, but information. Yeah. Okay, gracias. Let's go. Yeah. ¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes. Me gustaría saber si tiene cuartos.
No, tengo ahorita departamento.
¿No tiene?
Me invadieron con los africanos y todos se me ocuparon.
Tiene muchos africanos.
Sí, haitianos y africanos. Entonces...
Híjole, pues ¿cuánto debe tener? Como unos 200, 100, nada casi.
Son 96 departamentos, pero tengo pues, los que yo tenía que son mexicanos y de ahora últimamente que me llegaron los africanos.
Muchos africanos le llegaron.
Haitianos, sí.
Sí. ¿Cuánto cuesta
Son de 4,000 y 4,500.
al mes?
Por mes. Ajá.
Sí, 4,000 a 4,500 al mes.
Y 4,000 los de una, 4,500 los de dos.
No tiene uno para que me enseñe, nomás para verlo, para ver si...
Están ocupados.
Están todos ocupados.
Todos ocupados.
Sí. Aunque sí está tranquilo.
Pues de repente se escucha un poquito de bulla, pero no está igual así.
Está llena de puros africanos entonces.
No, tengo haitianos, son como 20 departamentos de africanos.
Ok, bueno, muchas gracias, ¿eh? You guys see, people, this is a 5-story high, and as you heard, right now it's full with Africans and it's full with people from Haiti. So yes, people, it is a reality. This is probably a hub, motel, hotel hub that is full with Africans and it's full with people from Haiti. I'm keeping my voice down low because I don't want people to hear me. As you know, it looks pretty, well, it doesn't look that clean. Let me put my phone on my pocket. Let us go up. I will go up just one floor, just to show you guys. It's all packed with people from Haiti, Africa. We're walking right here. Let us go down. There's a couple cameras right here that I don't want to get in trouble. This is great information right now that I'm getting because I know where they're staying at now. And this is phenomenal information. This 5-story motel, hotel, as you guys are seeing right here, is packed with immigrants from Africa and from Haiti right here. So the authorities need to know about this. Let's move out of this right here. As you guys see right there at the front, it's a lot of activity right here. So we're gonna come right here, probably undercover later on. Let us get in the car right now. I didn't ask the name of the hotel. Let me ask the name. Forgot about that. Let's see right here. ¿Cómo se llama aquí? Ah, ok. Sí. Let's see right there. 51. The number 351 5023. 10 apartments. Departamentos 10. That means the street, apartments 10. That is where they at. Unbelievable, people. So you got a 5-story building. Let me get in the car right now so we can start moving. So we can start moving forward. Those were the apartments that they got searched by the INAMI and by the National Guard. And we just confirmed that, yes, people, it is a hub for migrants. That is where they live. That is where they're staying. And the majority of them are migrants from Africa and from Haiti. So this motel right here that I'm going to go around it so you guys can get another view from it. How big is the property of this motel? Is huge. It's 5 stories. It's 5 floors. They got a bunch of rooms. They got I don't know the amount of rooms that the lady told me in Spanish. The lady that it was in charge, she told me. I asked her, "Can I see a room?" I will translate the whole interview. I asked her, "Can I see a room?" She said, "I don't have rooms. I just got invaded by the people," and that was her words. I just got invaded by the people from Africa and people from Haiti. And I go, "Wow, do you have that many people from Africa and from Haiti?" She says, "Yes, the majority of the rooms are taken over by them." Now, I don't know how many people stay on each room. I don't know how many people they stacked on each room. But I don't remember the quantity that she told me of rooms, but all of them are taken by Africans and by people from Haiti. So we're going to come over here and do an investigative reporting on this part of town and on this hotel right here. And as you guys saw, there was activity of people from Africa and people from Haiti on that motel. That tells you that they have the capacity of paying 4,000 pesos a month to 5,000 pesos a month. How much that is? That is $250 to $300 a month. So they have the capacity and they have the capability on paying $250 to $300 a month. Now, everybody can take their own judgment, but if you're suffering and if you don't have money, it is really difficult to be paying $250 to $300 per month. As we just investigated and we just did I think that is a great accomplishment today, that we know where the majority of the people from Africa and Haiti are staying. These last caravan that came over here to Tijuana was full with people from Cameroon. So we know now, we know the exact location, where they're staying, how much they are paying, and where they're living. And hopefully next week, I will come over here and check and see if I can see a room and see the conditions on how they are living. So for everybody to know, I think that it was a good investigation. We infiltrated into this, into this motel. That apparently this motel was 10 days ago. The INAMI, the customs from Mexico, and the National Guard went in there and they did a random search. They found 10 undocumented irregular migrants that they were taking custody. And those 10 undocumented irregular migrants, 3 of them were minors. So right now, as we show you, this motel that is called Motel La 10, Motel Street 10, because Tijuana is divided by streets, by streets from 1 to the 11th. So right now, I'm going to show you again the outside of the motel, as you guys can take a glimpse again. How big is it? Let me change the camera. Right there, that is the motel. I'm going to try to infiltrate myself next time and come over here and see this motel and see how. Oh, thank you. She said the building has 98 rooms. So imagine if it has 98 rooms. If it has, let's say, 98 to 100 rooms, how many people you can fit on every room? Let's say 3-4 people. So that pretty much tells you a lot on how many people they are right there at that particular motel right here. So I think that is a great investigation for us to know how much the Africans and the people from Africa, that the majority of them are from Cameroon, the majority of them are from Congo, and a lot of them are from Haiti, and how much these people are paying. As you see right there, let me just do a close-up. You see individuals right there walking out of the motel. Right there. So yes, it is a reality. There's a motel that has the majority of them from people from Cameroon. And it's not a problem that they're paying a motel. The problem is, where are they getting the money to pay a motel if they don't have money? If they're running around, if they're running away from violence and delinquency, and they don't have money, if they're economic migrants, if they're paying 4,000 to 5,000 pesos a month, so that means $250 to $300 in monthly payment. So imagine, we don't know if there's people sick in there. We don't know if there's, the Department of Health needs to come to this motel, needs to randomly check this motel, needs to put the health department in this motel. Why? Because this is where it's at. So we just went in there, infiltrated ourselves. And, I can't go in there with the phone like this. It was on my pocket. Everybody's going to notice that I'm recording or doing something, but, hopefully they didn't notice that. But this is where it's at. This is where they're staying. And 98 rooms full with a lot of people from Africa and Haiti. There was no room for me. There was no room for me. So, that tells you a lot on how if it is just, imagine if I just went on one right now. I just infiltrated myself on just one motel. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them on on there's somebody ad right here. John Curtin says 100 rooms, $250 a room a week. No, it's a month. It's a month. $200.50 a month. They said a month, so it's $250 a month plus 100 rooms. I don't know how much is it. So it pretty much tells you a lot. If this is the only one, that is a motel that is full with people from Africa, how many of them are they? So we're going to try this week to investigate motels, and we're going to try to infiltrate ourselves in these motels and find out how much they're paying, how many of them are living over here. So you already know that 98 rooms of these ones are packed. 98 to 100 rooms are this motel. It's packed with people from Africa and people from Haiti. And now you guys know the amount in total. If you add 100 rooms, you add to $250 per month for 100 rooms. That is $25,000 a month that this motel, this motel is making right now. Is making a huge profit out of immigrants. This motel, sorry about the car right there. This motel is making $25,000 a month. 25, because they have packed of people from Africa. So you got $25,000. Where are they getting their money from? A lot of them are getting money from their family members from the United States, but a lot of them, you know, they already arranged themselves to cross illegally to the United States. Join me tomorrow if we are going to do more investigative reporting and probably go to shelters to investigate motels and to show you the reality and the truth of where these people are living, where are these people hiding, how much are they paying, what is the conditions that they live. I didn't want to go, you know, a little bit more further a floor up because the smell was kind of nasty, and also I don't want to touch, you know, the cement and all that part around the motel. You know, I don't want to get, you know, some kind of infected or something. I don't know. I'm not being really precautious or really technical about it. But you know, you don't know these people, and you don't know about what kind of diseases are in this motel. So join me tomorrow as we're continuing to do investigative reporting for you guys. Stay safe, and you know, stay safe and have a great evening. We will talk later on, probably tonight, to just, you know, show you a little bit about our city and have a little bit of fun, because of around, you know, the whole day of we are doing reporting, we have to smile a little bit and smile at life. So let's thank God for what we have, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and stay safe, everyone. And don't forget, I almost forgot. Follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he's running for Congress at District 16. Stay safe, and always remember peace and love, because always your country is first. Thank you.